Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Ecstasy. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. That's the external cause. Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Continue. So this is a very famous tune. You must have heard this in Sadhu Sangha maybe at least a zillion times, because it comes with so zillion intensity of His Grace Vaisheshika Prabhu. The rag is Hamsa Dhvani. Dhvani is the sound of Hamsa. This rag is generally sung in the evening. But India mein evening hai, Braj mein evening hai. And you can see it moves, rises and falls. Union and separation, which we'll see today. How union is there and they are in the corner, separation. Then separation and at the corner, union. We can also have two mridangas, so that Aniruddha will also want to come. More force. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, प्रभु की जय। श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामीति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशधारिणे। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। अनर्पितचरीं चिरात् करुणयावतीर्ण खलु समर्पयितुमुन्नतोज्ज्वलरसां स्वभक्तिश्रियम्। हरिः पुरटसुन्दर द्युतिकदम्ब सन्दीपितः सदा हृदयकन्दरे स्फुरतु वः शचीनन्दनः। हन्तायमद्रिरबला हरिदासवर्यो यद्रामकृष्णचरणस्पर्शप्रमोदः मानं तनोति सह गो गणयोस्तयोर्यत् पानीयसूयवसकन्दर कन्दमूलैः मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपादमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरम्। Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for coming, spending your valuable time. My gratitude to B.Tech IIT Prabhu, Kirtida Mataji, and their wonderful upcoming Kṛṣṇa for inviting in this home. Thanks to the temple management here, all the devotee community for giving this opportunity to serve. This is a very lofty topic. Somehow it entered as an earworm in the ear. You know, we have earworms. You know earworms? like this. Hare Krishna. It just enters into the ear. You have earworms also, right? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. What is L, M, N, O? That's an earworm. It enters. So the earworm comes, and it came, and then it got stuck. So we took some plunge. This is also not a matter of just one book. Many acharyas have written about it, even our contemporary acharyas like His Holiness Shivram Maharaj has written a whole book called Kṛṣṇa Sangati. How they meet, how they travel, how Krishna and all the devotees separate and meet like that. Then there is Gopala Champu, then there is Ujjvala Neelamani. So we are banking at the lotus feet, mercy of the lotus feet of all the acharyas, that please bless us. We can discuss, not just as a theoretical study. And that PhDs also do it. Once Satswarup Maharaj entered into a college where somebody was doing PhD in Bhakti Rasamrita, Bhakti Sandarbha. You know about this book? The book which explains the tenets of Bhakti. And he thought, somebody who is doing research in Bhakti Sandarbha must at least know what is the meaning of Haribol. 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 So he entered into the cabin and knocked, Haribol! And that person was nonplussed, confused. Who is this hairball? That's theoretical study. We are praying, doing vandanam at the feet of the lotus, at the feet of all the acharyas, that somehow we can appreciate this tattva, which is there, strewn all over in abundance. In Bhagavatam, in Nectar of Devotion. First. Second, we understand about the rasa of Vipralambha. Third, that we may develop some longing, isn't it? Sometimes people have longing about the Swadesh movie. Saw 18 times, and 19th time when I can see. So longing, material longings. But we develop spiritual longing. And fourth, that we understand the value of patience. Krishna is there, and we'll see it today. This session, evening session. He makes promises, but he does not break it. Kaunteya pratijanihi name bhaktaha pranashyati. And name bhakta pranashyanti, if you can change it a little bit. None of my devotees perish. So with these four goals in our mind, we embark on. So all our acharyas, please bless us that we can please you with the discussion and we are inspired in our journey towards purification. Hare Krishna. Before going there, I would like to ask until when I should go, the Swiss time or the Indian time?
We started at Indian time.
Okay. So Indian time. So at least till 1:30 is okay. 1:45, whatever. When is the prasadam time? Because that separation is very tough. Prasadam time is?
After your class.
1:30, right? That's the official prasadam time. So we'll try to wrap it up by that.
This is prasadam.
Jai Sachinandan Gaur Hari. Jai Sachinandan Gaur Hari. We need to have, I think, that mode. Yeah. So many acharyas have written so many things, right? At least Kuncham, this is at least little bit we can read.
1:30 is too less. It's just 1 hour 15 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, 1:45.
See, whatever you ordered me, we'll see how the train goes. Okay? So, we have been talking about love in union and love in separation, or rather, union and separation. We began with that for a person who is materialistic, union with material things is desired, not separation. We cannot do use of the Apple products in separation, right? It's sitting in the store. We are drooling about it. No, it needs to be here. So for materialistic objects and materialistic consciousness, union is good. However, it is illusory. Why? Because our capacity to enjoy is limited, and the capacity in the object also to give enjoyment is limited, right? Every 2-3 years we have to replace. Maybe they design or engineer it that way. The moment it is shipped out of the store, the countdown starts, and after 4 or 5 years you have to replace it. I have realized experience of this. But when Vairagi comes, a Jnani comes, a person who sees things as they are, or who sees the things like a gooseberry in the palm, the amla in our palm, I mean, we can turn it and drop it and do juggle also. He thinks that both union with material things and separation with material things is problematic, correct? Because it gives issue. Now, comes our Shripad, Bhagavatpad, Shankaracharya. He therefore says, Vedanta Vakyeshu Sadaramantaha. No need of things. Always think about Vedanta. We understand what is Vedanta? Vedanta Sarvair Ahameva Vedyaha. Krishna. But for them it is Brahman. So Shankaracharya says, Vedanta Vakyeshu Sadaramantaha. Always rebel in philosophy. All this will break down. The iPhone 2 will break down. And Bhikshan Matrena Chatushtimantaha. Do Bhiksha. Do Madhukari. Kari means like. Madhu means bees. So like the bee. We go to the home and do Madhukari. What else? Vishokamanta Karane Charantaha. So there is don't have any Vishok in the heart. Because union will produce problem. Rag, even union has a problem. The first time a new iPhone or MacBook comes, insurance should be taken or not? What if it falls down? It's okay, after a while it becomes alright. Familiarity. And Dvesh is problem as well. So Vishokamanta Karane Charanta, and in the end he gives his refrain. What? Because you will ask, so that person will not wear anything, right? No. Kaupi Navanta Khalu Bhagyavanta. This is his famous Kaupin Panchakam. Shankaracharya is best. He always wear loincloth, move away, take bhiksha, and think about Vedanta. Now that's not the devotee's philosophy. Because for us, with spiritual things, and things are spiritual, depends on the consciousness, both union and separation is desired. Because in union, we are able to get the advantage of the association, and separation, we hanker for it. Like devotee association, great. And the devotees are in India and they have left Aprameya Krishna to you. Then you serve Aprameya Krishna and think about the devotee. So both union and hankering aids the process of devotional service. And out of union and separation, we talked about yesterday, separation gets more brownie points. Why? Because na vina vipralambhena pushtim sambhogam pushtim ashmate. Pushti means like nourishment. Even the union doesn't get nourishment without vipralambha. Vipralambha means separation. And he gives the example, Kashayitehi vastradav. Just like you have a red cloth, color goes out. I don't know, here in India we put easy, here we put something else. So the color doesn't go out, but it goes out after a while. And then we put some dye, right? That's why in India we have Rafu and Rangai. Heard about it? Doesn't exist at all in the West. But somebody can start, it will be a good business. Patch the torn cloth and dye the discolored cloth. Rafu and Rangai. So he says, Kasha itehi vastradav. Just like if the discolorment has happened, colored, then it becomes much more pronounced. Like that Vipralambha does. Jai Jagannath. Jagannath came. Jagannath Bhakta came. Hare Krishna. Then Rupa Goswami also talks about, which we did last time, Sangama Viraha Vikalpe. Sangama Viraha Vikalpe. If you are given the Vikalp or the option of Sangam, union, or Viraha, separation, Varameha Viraho Na Sangamastasya. Varam, best is Viraha, not Sangam. Why? Sange Saiva Tathaika. Sange Saiva Tathaika. In Sange, just one person. That three-dimensional object and with four-dimensional effects, right? Of sound, fragrance, just one, localized. But what happens in the Viraha? Tribhuvanamapi Tanmayah Virahe. Tanmayam, Tatmayam. The Tribhuvan becomes, we see him everywhere, or we see her everywhere. Why? Because there is a hankering in the heart. In some traditions, Lord is considered to be transcendent. Transcendent means up there. I have done it. You play your baseball, basketball, cricket. I am not concerned. Some tradition think like that. Lord is up there. He has done, and he is now least interested in us. These are gone cases. Let them play their own cricket. For some tradition, it is immanent God. Immanent God means right there, everywhere, in our hearts, in all the atoms. But it's like little impersonal. Okay, I bless you. But not so much interaction. So transcendent God, immanent God, but our Sri Krishna is something different. He is interested God. He is really interested in our lives. They say much more desiring us than we even deserve. We talked about this story. His Holiness Jaya Pataka Swami Maharaj, Param Puja Jaya Pataka Swami Maharaj, and so wonderful, hopefully next year, 2026, a Adbhuta Mandir will come, TOVP, Temple of Vedic Planetarium. So he was going in a flight, he used to travel by business class, somehow didn't work out, so economy class. And near him was a person seated in the normal clothes, and after seeing Maharaj, he was like Hiranyakashipu was trembling after seeing Nrsingadev. Maharaj said, what happened to him? He said, what is this? I just left my devotional service and I was running away, and here I am sitting near you. Krishna even doesn't let me go. He is an interested God. And one way of him in being interested in us and generating the interest is through union and separation. That hide and seek. He does it with his best devotees also. Gopis. Last night we talked about it. That how they asked Krishna, Krishna, just sit down. We're gonna take your interview. You invited us, then left us. We did a big drama, like you have been doing Shakatasur and Nalakubar, Manigriva. By the way, all of them were enacted by Gopis. So they are the first Adi they are the Adi Acharyas of the dramaturgy. Even before Bharata Muni. They started enacting. So somebody said, where did the Shakatasur come? Did the Gopi become Shakatasur? Actually, yes. Yogamaya created a Gopi form looking like Shakatasura. And they enacted all the pastime. Two became Nalkubar and Manigriv. They are enacting. In that enactment, they are remembering. And then Krishna comes. Tasam avirabhut chauri smayamana mukhambuja Pitam Baradharasragvi Sakshat Manmatha. Man means heart. Matha means, Matha? Churning, right? So Manmatha is who? Now, Kamdev. Kamdev does the Manmatha by using his 5 arrows. But Krishna is Manamatha Manmatha. Even bewilders Kamdev. And Radharani is Madan Mohan Mohini. Lattu. Krishna becomes like totally dependent on Sri Radha. That's the reason all the temples we have Radha Shyamasundar, Radha Gokulananda, and we are praying and hoping that soon we will say some Radha something here. They are playing hide and seek quite long. It's all our prayers. But imagine, there's only Kishore Kishori in Chicago, Gandharvika Giridhari in Mayapur, but pretty much all the temples, Krishna may change his names, but Radha does not change the name, right? Why do you think so? 108-point question. Because Radha is always in that same mode of service. Radha, Sadha, Samsiddhau. Radha Dhatu is same as Sadha Dhatu. Both means to accomplish. Samsiddhau. So sadhana can be also done for PhD and academics. Can also be done for spiritual life. Like that, Aradhana. She is always engaged in Aradhana. She doesn't want to have any other position other than that Aradhana. So Krishna can jump around. Being Gokulananda, being Vinodi Lal, being Banke Bihari, being Ghanasham, being Shyamasundar, being Neelamadhav, so many of them. But Radha is Radha. And therefore to her, Krishna is sold out. But first they have to take interviews. So they told Krishna, you called us, you left, you came back. We are not time pass here. Right? Sit down, answer our questions. Which of the following? We have multiple choice questions. You are which of the following? First, if people reciprocate to you, you reciprocate. Category 1. If people are inimical to you, you still reciprocate. Category 2. Category 3, you don't care. Either they are nice to you or not nice to you, you don't care. Krishna said, none of the above. I just churn the hearts of the people. And he uses quite interesting example. He says, Yatha dhano labdha dhane vinashte. What? Yatha dhano labdha dhane vinashte. Yatha as adhana. Adhana is poverty. Now we are all living in a very, thanks to mercy of Krishna, we have facilities for our lives and also to serve Krishna in society, right? But throughout the literatures, it is written that poverty is one of the greatest miseries. Tulsidas says that, Nahi daridra sama jag dukha mahi. Nahi daridra sama jag dukha mahi. There is no dukkha as compared to daridrata. The daridrata can impel us to Krishna consciousness, but then if the roti kapda makan is also not there, it's very tough to think about spirituality. Even Narad Muni did so when he saw whom? Nalakubar and Manigri. Did we enact that out already? Yeah? So what did Narad Muni say? Daridryam Paramanjanam. These fellows should taste Daridryam. Because he too tasted. So now Tulsidas therefore says, Aur sadhu sang sam sukh jag nahi. Sadhu sang sam jag sukh mahi. There is no better wealth as compared to sadhu sang. So daridrita. So Krishna is saying, Yatha adhanaha, just like a person who is poor, labdha dhane, now he gets wealth. then winner's day goes. So he was not having, and he got it, then it went away. That hankering is notches above. And he says, such a person, tachintyanyanibhrato na veda, he doesn't know anything else. He's always looking for where are the coins, where are the green notes. Because it was not there, then it came and it left. So Krishna is saying, I wanted to simulate that. I was with you, then I evaporated, and now I'm here. Look what it has done. But I cannot repay you. Naparayham niravadya sanyujam swasadhu kritya vibhudayusha pivaha. You yourself, whatever good things you have done, that is the payment. I do not have any payment for you. Krishna is so interested in us. So he is not a transcendent God. He is not a immanent God. Well, he's both of them, but more than that, he is interested God. And therefore, all the pastimes they do, and sometimes you wonder, what's going on? They talk a lot. You pick up Dan Keli Kaumudi, or pick up Vidagdha Madhav, or the different Bhagavatam, and Krishna is like stealing the butter, then pulling the tails of the calves, and then making Madhu Mangals, dhoti is good, but sometimes it is little user non-friendly, especially because of the tail behind. So Krishna takes advantage, pulls out the tail of Madhu Mangal, and what is going on? They are not truthful, they are not honest. So it is adharma, right? No. Anything about Krishna orchestrating in devotees' lives and with his parshadas is very interesting. So like we have, how many rasas? 5 main rasas, correct? What are they? Shanta, Dasya, Shanta, okay, we can. Consolation prize. Shanta, Dasya, Sakhya, friendship, Vatsalya, paternal relationship, and Madhurya, like a lover and the beloved. And then we have the 7 secondary rasas. 12 rasas. There is one more rasa in Vrindavan. Not the Bhojan rasa, that's also there. There's one more. It's called Bata rasa. You know the Bata rasa? Now you got it? Chatter. Yeah. So in the material world also people enjoy Bata rasa. Sometimes 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. is the Bata rasa time. Phone calls. But they also have Bata rasa. They talk a lot. And sometimes it's very comical also. Madhu Mangal will come out and tell Krishna, well, I'm just seeing a yaksha up there in the sky. Who is that yaksha? Well, he's just dressed in clear skin, and I don't know, his wife is climbing on a singha, a lion, and then his son has a vahan of a rat. This is the whole yaksha family. I'm just getting trembling. So they say, no, it's not a yaksha, he is Lord Shiva. The family where it's ideal family. All conflicts resolved. Because if one's vahan is peacock, who eats snakes, Lord Shiva is wearing snakes. No conflicts. Why? Because they're all the time involved in what? The Bata rasa. Almost all of these songs, the great Ashtakams, is the Bata rasa between Shiva and Parvati. The national anthem of Vrindavan also, right? You know that anthem? Kada karishyasi hamam kripa kataksh bhajanam. 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 Ma'am, to me, kripa kataksh bhajanam. You will make me worthy of the sidelong lines. Kripa kataksh. Karishyasi. When will you do? Who? Munindra Banda Vandite Triloka Shoka Harini. It's a long song. But Bhatras, and hence everybody is no conflicts. So when we read about the Goswami text, we find out, man, they talk a lot. All the Natakas, there actually no scene changes. They talk, pull the leg, give the tax, no, not give the tax, increase the price, bargain, and one thing is really interesting, bribe. It's called Utkoch. What? Utkoch. And then Krishna teases Madhumangal, are you taking bribe from Lalita? I said, what's going on? And we thought about that corruption is bad. But no. It's bad, but in the purview, in the realm of spiritual domain, it is purifying. And that bewilders us. Simple thing can be very bewildering, but purifying. So in the material world separation, I'm separated from cheesecake, example. Cheesecake won't come to me. I'm coming to you. But when I'm separated from a spiritual mantra or a spiritual concept or a deity, not deity, but Krishna, calling him will bring him or her to us. That's the difference between hankering in the material world and hankering in the spiritual world. After we have talked about this, now we'll see how Krishna deals with his intimate devotees. So this whole seminar about union and separation, we'll try to understand through Krishna's interaction with his dearmost devotees. But as soon as we enter, allegations are put on Krishna. You left Brajvasis, correct? People say, why? The most beloved, why did you leave them? Actually, these allegations make sense also. Because not only Krishna left, he also made promises that he will come back. He made 3 promises in Bhagavatam. At least 3 we know. So the first promise comes in the 39th chapter of 10th canto, where Akrura is taking Krishna Balram. We all know about it. Kamsa sent Akrura to bring Krishna Balram because he is at his wit's end. He has sent Arishtasur. Arishtasur has died. Narad Muni is catalyst. Always a catalyst. So he goes after Arishtasur has died. Kamsa, do something. Maybe you don't know. These 2 fellows are the ones who will kill you. Bye bye. He does that. The catalyst has a small role only, right? It's not a block. Like baking soda, you don't put this much baking soda. It's a pinch. So Kamsa also blew up, and then he created many pronged strategies. He installed Kuvalya Pida here. He installed Chanur, Mushtik, Shal, Toshal, Kurt, Mallas, wrestlers if Krishna escapes Kuvalya Pida. And then he had sent whom? Keshi. Krishna decimated Keshi. And Kamsa knew Krishna would be killing Keshi, so he sent uncle of Krishna and Balram. Who is that uncle? Akrur. Akrur had no choice. Marta kya nahi karta. So he went, and now Krishna and Balram are being taken away. And this scene is heart-wrenching. It's Karuna Ras personified. In this scene, as Krishna is moving away, he knows he cannot stop because the gopis would come and do what? They would lie down in front of the chariot. So he goes further away and sends a doot. Who is a doot? A messenger. Seeing that they are anguished. Tas tatha tapyatir vikshya. Tapyati. Tap means he could see, right? They are all burning. Seeing that, he sent Swaprasthane Yaduttama. He is the best of Yadus. And he's seeing he's going, so what he does? Santvaya amasa sapremair ayasya iti dautyakaihi. Ayasye. You can repeat after me. Ayasye. This is Krishna's promise. Ayasya means I will come. Ayasye iti. he sent a telegram or whatever through a doot or through the words of the doot, and doot went to gopis and said what? Ayase. That Pitambar Dhari is selling Ayase. So promise number 1. So these are all the court cases happening. We are putting allegations against Kṛṣṇa. Second is 45th chapter. In 45th chapter, we know what happens. Kṛṣṇa has killed Kamsa in the 44th chapter. He just decimated him. And now Nanda Maharaj and all the Brijvasis had also come to Mathura to give their taxes. Actually not taxes, but they were also invited by Akrura. And they were seeing the match. So they saw Kṛṣṇa decimating Kamsa. After that, Kṛṣṇa told them this promise. Yata yuyam vrajam tata. Yata yuyam vrajam tata. Tata means a very nice as compared to dad. Dad is also okay, but Tata. And Tata is also used for father and also I think for grandfather is also Tata. Oh Tata, you go. Vayam cha sneha dukkhitan. We will too come. We will too come. Sneha dukkhitan. Dukh means sadness. Sneha dukkhitan. Who are sad due to the love. We will come to see them. Dreshtu mishyamo. We will come to see them after doing some chores here. Suhridam sukham vidhaya. After giving pleasure to these people also they have been really troubled because Jarasandha and Dantavakra, a lot of demons are there. Second promise. What was the first promise? While leaving, Ayase. Second he says, I will come. Third, he sends his favorite. Who is his favorite? Uddhava. This happens in the 46th chapter, where Uddhava comes to gopis and says that he has killed Kamsa, Hatva Kamsam Rang Madhye. He has killed, after killing in the Rang Madhye, Kamsa, and he has given pleasure to all the Sattvatas. Sattvatas is a clan, Sattvatas are devotees also. Kṛṣṇa says, he will come. Satyam karoti, whatever vows he has taken, he will fulfill. So third promise. Akrura coming to Vrindavan and taking Kṛṣṇa is the first incident of a long separation. What? It's the first incident of long separation. Many separations happen in Vrindavan. 4 kinds of separation happens, but this is really long. And it really troubled all the Brajvasis. You can imagine. That fellow is going and they are lying down. In fact, this has almost become like a metaphor. If suppose some guests come to your home and you don't want them to believe Aho Bhagya if that thought comes, then what people say? We will lie down in front of you like gopis. What? We will lie down in front of you like gopis. How gopis try to stop Kṛṣṇa. It was such a heart-wrenching episode that they started putting allegations to everybody in that transcendental madness. Not even left Kṛṣṇa. So they are singing Vyakul bhai braj ke log, Vyakul bhai braj ke log, Vyakul bhai braj ke log, Vyakul bhai braj ke log. Braj ke log, the folks of Vrindavan, they were Vyakul. This is basically a translation of the Bhagavatam shlok. Tas tatha tapyatir vikshya tapyati. You know, in anger we become tapyati, right? So they were Vyakul. And then they started first putting allegations towards Kṛṣṇa. Syam man nahi ko aanat, Syam man nahi ko aanat, Brahma Puran Jog, Brahma Puran Jog. He cannot understand our hearts. Syama, Krishna, Mana, our minds, he cannot. There's no empathy. Why? Sarva Kalvidam Brahma. You are Brahma. Brahma has no Shaktis. Now, Brahma, Paramatma, and Bhagwan, they are not like three Murti, three different people. Raju, Shamu, Mamu. No. They're just one. It depends where you are, how we approach. If the Brahma does not, or Supreme Absolute Truth does not utilize or let out its Shaktis, then it is Brahma. When it let out its Shakti or utilizes the Shakti or with his Shaktis, he becomes Bhagavan. Brahma, Bhagwan. But now they are taunting him. You are anyway Brahm. Brahm does not have Shakti. You have not personality. How would you know our hearts? That was not enough. They said, कौन माता पिता को है, कौन माता पिता को है, कौन पति को नारी, कौन पति को नारी. For whom, who is Mata, who is Pita, who is Nari? You are Brahma, and you are in Brahma. हसत दो अक्रूर के संग, हसत दो अक्रूर के. Insult to injury. हंस हंस के जा रहे हो. We are crying and you are laughing and going towards Mathura, yeah, city life. Naval neha bisari. Fresh love, you've forgotten. And then somebody else peeped in the corner and said, who is that person who is taking them? Ko kahat yah kahayo, ko kahat yah kahayo. Who was the person who was taking them? No. क्रूर जाको ना, क्रूर जाको ना. Now he had come in the evening. When Krura had come in the evening and they are all discussing and tomorrow will be a pathetic day. So they are all singing this evening. What? सूर प्रभु ने प्रात जय है, सूर प्रभु ने प्रात जय. They will leave in the morning. They will leave in the morning. और संग बलराम, और संग बलराम. At least you would have let Balaram. Somebody would give us Santvana. एक के साथ एक free. You are taking both of them. Rupa Goswami describes that actually there are many kinds of separations. There are 4 kinds of separation. This Vipralambha can be while the person is present also. Sometimes, I don't know, when the daughter is about to be sent to a new home, or the kid is about to be sent to college next day, the day before mother cries. And he's there. Be present. No present, future, past works. In fact, we'll see today, there is a past viraha, present viraha, and future viraha, which means he went. Second, he is going. Third, he will go. Doomed. Rupa Goswami gives a lot of categorization. So even if the person is present, Abhishta Linga Dinam, the embrace is not there. There is a Welsh word called Cwtch. Anybody heard about this? It's spelled as CWTCH, but it's pronounced as Cwtch or Cwtch. It is a hug, but more than a hug. And these Welsh people should come to devotee association. They'll see people not hugging but pooching. Hug which is deeper than the hug, as though you're entering into the heart only. Isn't it? And sometimes devotees get super excited, as though your life here will leave. They will. To Krishna, of course. So, that is not there. There is no embrace of hearts. There is no handshake. The person is sitting right near. That's still called separation. Rupa Goswami says, first category is called Purvarag. What? Purvarag. Purvaragas tatha mana prema vaichityamidyapi pravasascheti kathito vipalambas chaturvidha. Four types of separation. First is Purvarag, which comes before meeting. What? It comes before meeting. Darshana, Shravana, Dija, either by seeing, just saw. There's no meeting, huh? So there is still the separation. Or by hearing. Gopi see Krishna, or when Krishna comes in the Godhuli Vela, there is cloud of dust. Light travels faster than, you all know that, right? Or is that changed? Doesn't change. Light travels faster than sound still. So first we will see. What we will see? The dust. Then we'll see the cows. Then we'll hear the flute. Wish we could hear. Gopis kept hearing that. So now every day they are meeting Krishna, but every time Godhuli Bela comes, it is like separation before meeting. What? Separation before meeting. Ratirya Sangamat Purvam. Rati, the bhav before meeting. How? Darshana Shravana Dija, which is born out of darshan or shravan. See, it is so practical in our lives also. New Vrindavan, devotees talk about that how they used to have very austere life. Farm life is not, like, it's not like you're walking and apples are falling and then avocados are falling. Not, it takes effort. And they used to have just one item. It was called pokeweed. So they will make everything out of pokeweed. And sometimes it happens also, somebody has dietary restrictions and he have to eat only moong. Then what happens? Moong dosa, moonglet. Then moong pakoda. How about moong smoothie? And how about moong ice cream? That used to happen there. Pokeweed pakoda, pokeweed paratha, everything pokeweed. Simple life. But when before the darshan arti, they would wait in Purvarag. That anticipation. Everything else is simple, so that internal mood thickens, right? One saint said, I'll repeat in Hindi because the punch is in Hindi. Vistar vyavahar ka sukh thode mein hai. Vyavahar ka sukh thode mein hai. Which means the engagement, how to translate, the happiness of engaging with the material world is in littleness, not in vistar, not in expansion. So they had everything little, but their heart was hankering. So when the altar would open and the incense will bellow out, right? Everybody will swoon, drool, and just become mad. It happens in our temples also. Purvarag, before the meeting. So darshan can also be in three ways. It can be sakshat, and they can see Krishna. For us it is deity of Krishna. Or it could be Krishnasya Chitre, the painting of Krishna. Happens so much in Vidagdha Madhav. Radharani's Lalita is asked, I think Nandi Mukhi says, why don't you paint nice picture of Krishna? And then Radharani gets bewildered. Well, I'm attracted to three people. One is in the picture, other is I saw, and the third is having a name Krishna. That's wrong, right? And they say, Baba, it's all the same person. So Sakshat or Krishnasya Chitra. Or it could also be Swapna, dream. Krishnasya Sakshat Darshanam, Krishnasya Chitram Darshanam or Swapnado, in Swapna. But it's so bewildering, right? They just saw Krishna maybe a few minutes ago, and then this rag again comes. We see this in our day-to-day lives, especially the mothers with young babies. I don't know where did Jaydev go. He's, I think, the youngest here, right? So, we know about peekaboo effect. Yeah. We know peekaboo, what is the meaning? In one of the congregation, I was asking what are the different translations of peekaboo in your language. So some said dhappa, some said hai. Any other names? Some said bhuchi. You all have other new inventions? Any other? No, we all say peekaboo. Great. But what happens when we do that with the child? There is excitement. Then when you close it, there is, where did the person go? Then you do it again, then there is excitement. And a PhD would be thinking, nonsense. That's not nonsense. Jean Piaget, he was a child development psychologist, very famous, super mind, super intelligent. He studied child development psychology, and he would say that the children do not have the object permanence. Right? It also can happen as we age. We don't have the objects don't stick up in our head basically, and that's a short-term memory and things like that. But the kids, especially until 2 years of age, I think, hope I'm not wrong, but they don't have object permanence. So every time you show them the face, oh, new face, isn't it? But after a while, they get used to it, and you keep doing this at like 48 RPM. Not interested. Because the object permanence has happened in the memory, which is good. Looks like in spiritual world, there is a divine peekaboo effect. It's always new. Correct? Wow, what's your dhoti? It's so strikingly yellow. Hari, yesterday also he was wearing yellow. He is Pitambaradhari. But today's looks nice. Next day it will look even nice. Forget about next day. After 10 minutes it will look nice. Even much more beautiful. This is peekaboo effect. This is Purvarag. It is always fresh. And why? Because Yoga Maya Leela Shakti arranges it that way. Look at us also, right? I mean, yes, temples may have 365 dresses for the lords, but sometimes the dresses are repeated, right? I mean, I know in Baki where it is not, they keep getting and keep sending, but well, we repeat the dresses. But still, sometimes when we see the deities, amazing, they look amazing, what a new dress. Maybe we forgot, or maybe there is a divine peekaboo effect. Krishna is letting out that special mystical effect which makes us always feel attracted towards Krishna. 10th canto. It's the same 10th canto. Oh, forget about it. Mantra, right? We don't change mantra every day. Like Krishna Hare, Hare Krishna. Let's swap it. Let's do some musical chairs and put mantra here. No, it's the same mantra. Yet, if we have gotten into it, or if the mantra has sat in our hearts, it's a different thing. One is our effort, another is mantra saying, let me sit in your heart. That mantra does the magic. And what happens? It's Purv Rag all the while. Daily he goes to forest, daily there is a Purv Rag. And he sees, oh, I didn't see her. Krishna says, it's the first time I am seeing her. So the poets have glorified it again and again. खेलत हरि निक से ब्रज खोरी विहार. खेलत हरि निक से ब्रज खोरी. How many of us have been to Varsana? You know Sankari Khor. They were doing the taxation earlier, but now even if you go, you have to give the tax because there are many young girls and boys and they will catch your dhoti and say, tax, go. And you know what they take as tax? You know, nearby there is a shop and I know we were drinking we went for a Parsana Parikrama with some of our Vichari friends. And then one girl comes and look at the attitude of tax collection. They are the pota, pota, poti, 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 par poti, poti removed of that tax collecting parampara. And we were drinking water. So she came by and said, I will take Sprite. Announced to no one. Who will pay? We alone. Then we had to take chappals or sandals or footwears because it's very slippery and these are the places where they enacted pastimes, and every now and here and there it will be, oh, divine footprints of Kṛṣṇa. Okay, we believe, we move forward. And then as soon as you enter that mandap where the Dan Keli pastimes happen, they enacted, 4-5 girls will come and catch a rupee. Tax! Then we have to get them tax. But I have over the years figured out a strategy. Well, we are also following our lords, right? So we said, हम बाबा हैं, बाबा बनाई देंगे, चलोगे मंदिर? Means we are Babajis, we'll make you Babajis. Let's go to temple. This really works nicely. Nobody wants to come to temple. They just need tax. So, Kṛṣṇa goes to play in this khor. Khor means a very narrow road. How? कटि कछनी पीतांबर बांधे, कटि कछनी पीतांबर बांधे, हाथ लिए भौरा चकडोरी, हाथ लिए भौरा चकडोरी. Still wearing pitambar. That's why sometimes in our situation in ISKCON temples, I asked the pujari, why don't we have the Vrindavan color coding for dressing, right? Means on Tuesday have red, and he said, Prabhuji, for whole month we have dresses planned. Imagine a person has service only on Tuesday and he'll come, why are you giving me only red dresses? Give me some variety. But that's our situation. Prabhupada is so merciful, he's given us variety. But in spiritual world, he's still wearing pitambar. And he's carrying what? Bhora. Bhora is those tops, lattu. Children have that. Firkani they call it. And he would carry rope to tie the legs of the cows while milking. And Bhora chakdori, these laputi or the sticks, right, which we decorate our lordship with. Plus, Mor Mukut Kundal Savanani Var, Mor Mukut Kundal Savanani Var, Basan Damak Damini Chabi Chori, Basan Damak Damini Chabi. So this is describing Kṛṣṇa's kundala, basan is cloth, and now it indicates Purva. So these songs, whether Bhagavatam shlokas or these Braj songs, are just not time pass, but they are filled with pastimes and Siddhanta. Now the Siddhanta of Purva will come. Gay Shyam Ravi Tanaya ke tat gay Shyam Ravi Tanaya means daughter. Ravi Tanaya means daughter of Ravi, son. Who is daughter of son? Yamuna. So Kṛṣṇa is going to the tat of Yamuna. To do what? Well, he is a decorator, so Mangala Sati Chandan ki khori, Mangala Sati Chandan ki khori. We apply tilaka, Kṛṣṇa takes chandan and wipes it all over. It looks nice matching, right? Black complexion, bluish black complexion, and on that designs of matching, right? Now comes the Purva. औचक ही देखी ताहाँ राधा, औचक ही देखी ताहाँ राधा, नैन विशाल भाल दिए रोरी, नैन विशाल भाल दिए रोरी. Achanak he saw Radha. What Achanak? We just saw it few minutes ago, maybe yesterday. Whole week you have been seeing. But for Krishna it is Purvara. It's fresh. So either by darshan we get Purvarag or by hearing. And hearing we know. Both in Ramayana as well as in Krishna Leela. Valmiki trained the sons of Siyaju. Who? Love Kush, right? And what did Love Kush do? They went in front, because Ramchandra is here, so we have to make him happy. And Love Kush went to Sri Ram and started narrating, and that narration was so amazing that Lord Sri Ram was immersed in the narration about him. And you know this song, almost all of us will know this song. हम कथा सुनाते राम सकल गुण धाम की, हम कथा सुनाते राम सकल गुण धाम की, ये रामायण है पुण्य कथा श्री राम की. It's quiet now. रामायण है पुण्य कथा श्री राम. Ram climbs down the stairs and I remind Tare Zami Par. He's sitting like this and hearing his own pastimes. Not only him, even Krishna does it. So once in Nandagram, a person came called Ratnachud. Ratnachud was panegyrist, these like Katha Sunate. And Krishna and Balram said, who are you? And who are these two boys near you? They said, well, they are the sons of my sister Sumati. What are their names? You can remember these two are very nice names, good for nomenclature. Snigdha Kantha, Mugdha Kantha. Means chikna throat. Means a mellifluous throat. So it means the same thing, Mugdha Kantha and Snigdha Kantha. Of course, they are twins. And they have been trained in this Katha tradition. So Krishna sits down, Balaram sits down, Nanda Maharaj sits down, all the mothers sit down, and they are singing, maybe hum Katha sunate, Krishna sakala gunadham ki. So they narrated the entire history of Krishna Leela. Deva Meedha, Parjanya, Nanda Maharaj, Nanda, everybody was Nanda there. Like we have in the Bhishmaka family, Rukmi, Rukmaka, Rukmini. Like they don't want them to go away. So Rukja. So we had Nandan, Upananda, Sananda, Nandan and Abhinandan. So this comes in Jiva Goswami's Gopal Champu. And in Gopal Champu, Jiva Goswami is revealing that Krishna himself liked to hear about himself. So what if we hear them and develop Purvarag? This is the first category, isn't it? Purvarag. The second category is Man. What? Man. In Purvarag, you haven't seen. There is some distance. It's not near you. But in Man, it is. The person is near. And that happens in our lives also, right? In Hindi, we call it Roos Jana. What? Roos Jana. What do you call it in Telugu? Oh, it's so musical, that's why. Roos Jana. But as the saints say, please enact this Man pastime if you are sure you will be appeased. Imagine we are enacting the Man pastime, the person is busy browsing. Good luck. It's a waste of time. But Radharani knows that it will increase Krishna's enjoyment. So this is man. And this concept of man is so celebrated. It's like Radha doing transcendental man, transcendent angle from Krishna. It's celebrated in Vrindavan. We know about Mansarovar. It lies on the other side of the Yamuna, celebrated place. And we also know because Radharani was doing man, Krishna came on this side and started chanting Jai Radhe, Jai Radhe, Radhe, Jai Radhe, Jai Shri Radhe. So his complexion became golden. And he manifested the mood of Gaurang Mahaprabhu. This place we know, it's Imli Thal. Imli Thal is the place of the Bhakti brings Sarang Goswami Maharaj, who initiated Srila Prabhupada's wife, Radharani, and also his sister. Prabhupada would stay in Radha Damodar, and it's very close to this place. And this is famous because Krishna showed his Gaur form, and after he came as Gaur form, he sat there and started chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So he turned blackish complexion. Man Lila. But we know about one more place which is very famous. Mangad. That's in Barsana. And I think it's that place, seeing the prominence of Sri Radha, we don't call Radha Man Bihari, but we have a special name. Man Biharini Bihari. She is Man Biharini. What is Bihari? Not from Bihar. It means one who just loves Vrindavan and Braj so much that they keep walking. Shama Sundar, Prabhu, asked Prabhupada, what should I do in Vrindavan? What did Prabhupada say? Just wander. Because these are the gullies where Krishna walked. And these are also the gullies where the saints have irrigated these gullies with their tears. What? They have irrigated these gullies with their tears. And you might see some ankuras of prema coming out of it. And that's why now when Baki Bihari corridor is being made, some people are thinking what will happen, but Baki Bihari knows it best. So first category, Purva Raga of separation, right? Where you have not met but you feel separation. Second is Man. Beloved is near you but it's a transcendental anger. Hum baat nahi karte. Third is Prema Vaichitya. What? Prema Vaichitya. Vaichitya means Vichitrata. It means there is no man, the person is near you, still like the mother is thinking the kid will go away, there is anxiety. Madhu Mangal said, Madhu went away. In Vidagdha Madhav it comes. Madhu is a bee. But what did Radharani think? Madhusudan went away. Who is Madhusudan? Krishna. So she became anxious. This is Prem Vaichitya. The story also comes in Brahmar Ghat, around the location of Brahmar Ghat in Vrindavan. In fact, some time back, a Radha Raman Goswami, Purushottam Goswami ji, he was organizing an event there. And he also invited, I think her name is Sonal Mansingh. Anybody heard about her? Very famous dancer in India, Sonal Mansingh. She's Radha Raman initiated, I think, in that sampradaya, or follower that sampradaya. So they were dancing and doing the katha, and a bee came. Everybody was shocked. Now, ordinary person will say what? It's just a bee. But those imbued with faith would think what? Dance is happening. We haven't seen that bee. It's a big mota bee. Mota bhai, as we say in Gujarati. Big mota bee. He must be Krishna. And this repeated for 3 times. First day, second day, third day. So they decided, must be Krishna. They carved out a Brahmar Ghat at this location. It's still there. So, Purvarag, Man and Prema Vaichitya. Now this is separation. Separation is there, so what should be around the corner? Union. If separation is there, union should be there. Just like the Hansa Dhwani. Hare Krishna. Go up, you have to go down. So Rupa Goswami also says that for every category of separation, there is a union. Okay? For every category of separation, there is a union. So what was the first category of separation? You will remember perhaps by the end of this. Purvarag. So they are not meeting, but finally they meet. This is called Sankshipta Sambhog. What? Sankshipta Sambhog. Vipralabha means separation. So Purvarag Vipralabha. And the union is Sankship. Now anybody knows what's the meaning of Sankship? Short. Why? Because there has been so much anxiety that somebody will come. The meeting is not perfect. This happens when Krishna is returning from the forest. When Krishna returns from the forest, they tell Balram, Balram, you go forward, Bade Bhaiya, I'll come after doing some important errands. So Bal and Sridham, they take Krishna on, a tower which is closing in on Nandagram and Barsana, towards Nandagram, and the Barsana Marg is coming, and there Lalita and Vishakha bring Sri Radha. They meet, but it's so much anxiety that it's very short, and then they separate. Hide and seek. So Purvarag is the Vipralam. What's the Sambhoga? Sankship. What was the second kind of separation? Man. And man means what? Rus Jana. The union is called Sankirn. What? Sankirn. What is the meaning of Sankirn? It also means in Hindi little, but Sankirn means adulterated. Something is Mishrit. Now, after Rus Jana, he appeases you. Still you think, right? Yeah, you're a naughty guy. Isn't it? When sometimes after the anger subsides, you still believe. I know. So it is Mishrit. Those thoughts are still there that you had made me angry. So it is Sankirn. It is mixed, not full. So first is Sankship, then Sankirn. Alright? Now what happens in Prem Vachitya? Prem Vachitya is what? The person is near, there is no anger, no issues, all is going fine. But there is an anxiety in the heart, he has gone away. Correct? So to understand what is the union corresponding to Prem Vachitya, we have to go to the last category of separation. We talked about there are 4 categories of separation, and that's how we began our lecture with. Krishna has left. The 4th category of separation is called Pravas. What? Pravas. We have, right? Bharatiya Pravasi Divas. What does NRI means? Non-resident Indians, right? So Pravasi, who are staying away. So Deshantara Divi. There is a separation by distance. This is the 4th category of Pravas. And the mood in Prem Vachitya is similar to Pravas. He has gone away. Okay? How do you define Pravas? Purva Sangatayor Yunor Bhave Deshantara Divi. There was a union. But then Krishna has moved away. How does Krishna moves away? It is intentionally or unintentionally. How? Intentionally or unintentionally? Unintentionally, yeah. When a demon comes, right? When Shankachuda comes, he takes away Radharani. That's an unintentional separation, correct? Or Krishna says, you guys wait here. I will go and kill Vyomasura. Correct? So that is unintentional. But then there is intentional distance. That's also of 2 categories. Short distance, long distance. Dur Pravas, Sudur Pravas. Dur Pravas happens every day and it's a big drama. Every morning Krishna has to go to tend to the cows. Isn't it? Here people are worrying. Oh, Krishna is going. They are pooching. We talked about hug more than a hug. And there the animals are poaching. Oh, he's coming. This is called Dur Pravas. Daily it happens. There is a distance and they wait. But when Akrura came, this never happened before in the last 11 years. This is Sudur Pravas. This is intentional. Krishna went intentionally, right? He's telling them, Santya, what did he say? Ayase, I will come. So he is intentionally going away, but he is going further and further away. Where? Mathura. And this really hurts the heart of devotees. That's why they said, Oh Krishna, Brahma Purana Jog. You are Brahma. For who? For you, who is Mata, who is Pita? So Krishna has left. This is Pravas, Dur Pravas and Sudur Pravas. Now the question comes, what's union here? Right? For every separation there is a union. For every union there is a separation. Like for every dal there is a recipe. Either bati or roti or chawal. Some combination. So union, there is separation, separation, there is union. So for Pururag, what was the union? Sankshipt, little. For Man, what was the union? Sankirn, Mishrit, right? You're still thinking, I know you. And for Prema Vaichitya and the little distance Pravas, it is called Sampanna. What? Sampanna. Because at the end of the day, when they meet, it is just kisses all over, right? Krishna's mother, Rohini, they just don't want to leave. Now, next day, we'll not let you leave, but it happens again. So, Dur Pravas as well as Prem Vaichitya, the union is Sampanna. Now we are coming to the allegations with which we began the class. But Krishna left Vrindavan. Did he come back? I mean, in Dur Pravas, he would come daily, right? He will go in the afternoon, come back, and not only that, they will send tiffin boxes. They will use Dhanistha, one of the elderly associates in Nandagram, to bring tiffin boxes, take tiffin boxes. Purvarag, Man, Prem Vaichitya, and Dur Pravas, there is interactions happening. Even in Purvarag, there are letter exchanges. Oh, good old days, right? Kabutar Ja. When the letter was given, now letter, who will write? Chat GPT. Why should we write? Chat GPT writes. And gone are those days where we would wait patiently. Dakiya aega. The postman would come. Pen friends. I don't think so that concept exists anymore. But they would write. So there is an Adan Pradan happening. In Pururag also, by writing letters, by sending messengers. Sometimes the letters are full of nice handwriting. Sometimes letters are blank letters. Bhujo to jane. So there was one king, he had many wives. And everybody was trying to show their eagerness to woo the king. So everybody sent letters, and he was a letter guy, man of letters. So everybody wrote beautiful letters. Some covered it up with nice tamra patra and everything. But one queen wrote the letters in red ink. And only one syllable, sa. So there was a red ink on a tamra patra, and the letter, only one syllable, sa. First prize. King said, Baju mein everybody else. I'll go to that queen. Why? Bhujo to jane. Yo janati sa pandita. What do you think? What is the Hindi word for red? Lalsa. Lalsa, which means eagerness. So they would write such letters. But it is not possible Sudur Pravas, right? Krishna has gone further away. So that's the allegation. Does he come back? I mean, how many years? Actually, Krishna keeps coming back. Again and again and again. There are proofs about it. Next session, will be about a lot of truths, because we have to, हम कृष्ण की side के, of course we are Radha Rani's side, but through her Krishna's side, and we have to defend him. And in 10th canto, actually not even in 10th canto, even in first canto, the proof about it is given. I think it's the Hastinapur ladies, Yarhyambuja apasasara yada kurun madhun. So they say that just like, yeah, Yarhyambujaksha apasasara bho bhavan, oh beautiful lotus-eyed one, you go to meet Kurus and Madhus. The question is, Kurus we understand where they are residing. Hastinapur. Madhus, and he is staying in Dwarka. I think the Dwarkavasi is telling. So, wow, what is Madhu? Madhupuri, Mathura? But the entire Madhupuri is ghost town now, because after Jarasandha attacked, Krishna just had a space shuttle, took everybody to Dwarka. So nobody is residing in Madhupuri. Sridhar Swami says that Madhu here means Vrindavan. It is Vrindavan. So Krishna was going again and again. In Dur Pravas, when Krishna is little bit in the forest, he comes agatihi, or if the desire is so strong, he also does what is called Harry Potter's port key. Anybody know Harry Potter? Flu network. Directly pradurbhav. He just comes there. Just like he came in front of the gopis. Krishna was hiding there. They were praying to Krishna. Jayati te kam janmana vraja shayata indira shashvadatri. They were praying. So Krishna came. This is called pradurbhav. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would also do that. Sometimes he would come in person. Sometimes he would come as Avesh. Nakula Brahmachari, we know that. In Hindi we call Atma Ajana. And third, he would come in Avesh, Sakshat, or Pradurbhav. He would do Avirbhav. Like that, Krishna does it in Pravas, when it is Dur Pravas. When Sudur Pravas also, he comes in person. In fact, he comes as quickly as 3 months after killing Kamsa. Surprise? Yeah. We sometimes think he came after long years, but our acharyas tell he comes very, very quickly, months after. And he keeps coming. There are many instances where they come. Even the gopis and the Radha Rani and all these sakhas, they also come to Dwarka. So Krishna doesn't break the promises. There was one sadhaka who said, Krishna always walk near me, huh? I'm too fearful. The antidote to fear is faith. So Krishna, walk near me. And Krishna says, yes, I'll walk near you and you will always see 2 footprints, right? Your footprints and my footprints. And then he was going through tough time. A bog, a swamp of struggle. And somehow he managed to and looked behind, there was only 1 footprint. 1 set of footprints. He said, Krishna, come here. Allegation. You said that you will walk near me, there has to be 2 sets of footprints, right? But I see only 1. Krishna said, what? I was carrying you. These are my footprints, dude. So Krishna does not break his promise, and that's our hope. Our Gurudev also doesn't break his promise. Our Acharya Vargas, they have said, Etam sasthaya paratmanishta adhyasitam purvatamair mahatvi. Oh, they have gone back home, back to Godhead. They are telling us, follow the process, you too will. So why to doubt? You can kill the doubt and bank that Krishna will help us. He keeps coming back. That's what we'll see in the next session. However, as a result of all this exercise, we hope that we can start hankering for these associates of Vrindavan. like Raghunath Das Goswami was anchoring. He wrote Vilap Kusumanjali. And seeing his mood, one of our acharyas wrote a nice Bengali song. This acharya's pranam mantra is Namo Gaur Kishoraya Sakshat Vairagya Murtine Vipralambhara Sambhode. He is the acharya of Vipralambhara, so better we take shelter of him. People would come to him, Maharaj, mercy. He would lock himself up in the India. There is no restroom. It's called washroom because you can't rest there. Yeah, but he was in the supreme rest there. He was chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Vipralambhara Sambhode Padambojayate Namaha. So what does he write? And with that song, we'll end the discussion today. कोथाए गो प्रेममयी राधे राधे कोथाए गो प्रेममयी राधे 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 गो राधे 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 गो राधे where Radharani has gone. And for us it is where our acharyas. We can have that hankering, especially when the pralaya happens. Well, hopefully it doesn't happen. But every day in the night, it's good idea to simulate the pralaya. Like yesterday we were talking about, we don't know whether we'll wake up. So how about we do a pralaya of the phone? The pralaya of especially Wi-Fi, because the Wi-Fi is the poisonous teeth of the serpent called device. If the poisonous teeth is removed, the device will just do poo and ha, but nothing will happen. You can experiment it. Good old times where there was no Wi-Fi. We would have to go to cyber stations, 30 rupees for half an hour, something like that. Or those times where we would dial the phone, right? And I always was anxious, I should not forget the number. Because then you have to dial it again. So, where Radharani has gone? Dekha diye pran rakha Radhe Radhe. Dekha diye pran rakha Radhe Radhe. Kumar Kangala tumai dake Radhe Radhe. Dake Radhe Radhe. Dake means calling out. I am your Kangal. This is, and you can think about putting this bhajan while chanting. Bhaktivinoda Thakur talks about this strategy in Bhajan Rahasya. See, we need mahol. This is a mahol, ambience. Why we feel surcharged in temples? Because there's a mahol, right? So why not create the mahol in chanting? Our own sacred space. I think Bhaktivinoda Thakur would say, go to a room and put a blanket on the top and loudly chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Good strategy, unless your husband is a light sleeper. But we can create our mahol. So these songs will help us do that mahol, especially a Vipralamba, especially from the Acharya who is Vipralambara Sambhode Padambojayate Namaha. He is saying, oh, show me and protect my prana. I am Bhikhari, Kangal, and I am Dake. Dake means calling out. What? Radhe, 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 Radhe. Radhe Vrindavan Vilasini Radhe 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 Vrindavan Vilasini Radhe 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 Kanu Mana Mohini Radhe 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 Kanu Mana Mohini Radhe Radhe. Vrindavan Vilasini. Vrindavan is hers. And if we have any doubt, please read Jiva Goswami's Madhav Mahotsav. Because Krishna is sidelined. In fact, Krishna only says Radha Rani should be coronated as the Queen of Vrindavan. And because that would give the dear most pleasure to Krishna, so the book name is not Radha Mahotsav but Madhava Mahotsav. Radha is Kanu. Who is Kanu? Kanu, Kanhaiya, Krishna, his Manamohini. Radhe Ashta Sakhi Shiromani. Radhe 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 Ashta Sakhi Shiromani. Radhe Radhe Vrishabhanu Nandini. Radhe 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 Vrishabhanu Nandini. Radhe Radhe Goshai Niyam Kare Sadai Dake Radhe Radhe Niyam Kare Sadai Dake Radhe Radhe. Who is Gosai here? Our Prayojan Acharya, Raghunath Das Goswami. So, our Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj is emulating or praying in the mood of Raghunath Das Goswami or beseeching to him how you are praying. I want to pray. एक बार दाके केशी घाटे, एक बार दाके केशी घाटे, आबर दाके वंशी वते राधे राधे, I'll go to Hillsborough and say Radhe Radhe. I'll go to Bethany and say Hare Krishna. I'll go to, where's the temple? Hillsborough only. Okay. Hillsborough, or the Prabhu was saying Gandhi Nagar and the new Gandhi Nagar and the Parivar Park and say Radhe Radhe. So he's going to Vamshivar and going to Keshi Ghat and one more place. That's perhaps the only place which has forest cover now. एक बार दाके निधुवने राधे राधे, एक बार दाके निधुवने राधे राधे, आबार दाके कुंजवने राधे राधे, आबार दाके कुंजवने राधे राधे. Now the place of Raghunath Das Goswami. Where does he do his bhajan? Eternally Radha. In fact, it was Raghunath Das Goswami and something which we have researched. In 1545, he started buying lands from the Mughal establishment in Radhakund. And that helped us. Because Radhakund became the first sort of Gaudiya establishment. And because that Gaudiya establishment was so strong that when Aurangzeb let out his farman in 1669 called the Black Decree, that all the temples must be destroyed. Mathura should be named Islamabad, Mominabad, and Vrindavan should be named Mominabad. Mathura should be named Islamabad. They all thought the deities must go to first Radha Kund because it's a protected place. And around them are the Jats. The Jats who are very strong and devotees of Krishna. We all know about Kusum Sarovar, right? Now it is pre-wedding shoot and post-wedding also. Maybe weddings will also start happening there, who knows? But it's the place built by Surajmal, who was a Jat king in around 1750s to 1760s. So thanks to Radhakund, thanks to Raghunath Das Goswami who had such a foresight. And now he goes there. एक बार दाके राधा कुंडे राधे राधे, एक बार दाके राधा कुंडे राधे. What's near Radha Kund? आबार दाके श्यामा कुंडे राधे राधे, आबार दाके श्यामा कुंडे राधे राधे. This May, some of our friends came and they said, let's do a Govardhan Parikrama. It was May, so we started at 11 p.m. Unusual, but with devotee friends, unusual things become usual. So we did, and it was as though Giriraj had on an AC, very fine temperature, and we were seeing some Babas doing their third parikrama of the day, just the third parikrama of the day. They wear socks. So we did parikrama. Then we thought, let's be a little adventurous. And we ventured very, we call it kissing distance of Giriraj. We put on the microphone and started singing to Giriraj all the songs about Giriraj. Then we came to Radha Kund and Shama Kund, and we thought, Hichko mat. You know Hichko mat? What does it mean in Hindi? English? Don't be hesitant. So, 1, 2, doom, 3. So my friend told me, Prabhu, there is a mystical phenomenon. Yes, tell me. Anyway, 4 a.m. All the mystical phenomena must happen at 4 a.m. It's the Brahma Muhurt. That's why good to get awaken at that time. So he said, Prabhu, if you dip down and open your eyes. I said, really? You open your eyes after? See, after. Then you will see a golden streak of light. I don't know, but really all of us saw. Now somebody would say, prabhuji, that's Radha Kund and Shyam Kund in modern times. But who cares? We thought it was some special mercy. Maybe Radha Kund, Shyama Kund is golden inside because Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari. Now he goes to कुसुमवन एक बार जाके कुसुमवन राधे राधे एक बार जाके कुसुमवन राधे आवा जाके गोवर्धन राधे राधे आवा जाके गोवर्धन राधे. Let's go to the place where Balram ji did the whirlwind pastime. एक बार जाके ताल बने राधे राधे आभरण के तामर बने राधे राधे मलिन वसन दिए गाए राधे राधे गजेर धुलाए गड़ा करी जय राधे राधे. Rolling in the dust, we say, right? ROTFL. Rolling on the floor with laughter. This is ROTF. B. Rolling on the floor with Braj Raj. Dhulaye, dhul dhusre. Mukhe Radhe Radha bole Radhe Radhe. Mukhe Radha Radha bole Radhe Radhe. Aase nayan niraj le Radhe Radhe. वृंदावन कुली कुली केड़े बेदाय. That's what Prabhupada told Shyam Sundar, right? Just wander. So walk in all the streets. This is, if you come in Vrindavan with good time, you might discover some new temples, new places of worship. Radha boli Radhe Radhe. Radha boli Radhe Radhe. छापना दंड रात्रि दीने राधे राधे. जाने न राधा गोविंद विने राधे राधे. Now he's saying that how this personality just takes rest, only 4 dandas. It's 1 hour 36 minutes. Because he's constantly in separation. So, Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj is narrating about Raghunath Das Goswami. And of course it is his state. And we are praying in the mood that at least we can anchor. Maybe before going to Vrindavan in Kartik, we can have some Pururag simulation, right? Read about, hear about, that's Pururag simulation. तार पर चारी दंड स्तुति ठाके. तार पर चारी दंड स्तुति ठाके. He Radhe Radhe Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Rama. Its union is Sankship. Man, its union is Sankhi. Prema Vaichitya and Dur Pravas, it is Sampanna. Last is Sudur Pravas. Does Krishna come back? Oh, he will, and that will be the next session. Hare Krishna, thank you very much. So we are on Swiss time, 1:45 almost. We can take questions, comments, reflections, or if you are getting late for the separation with prasadam is generally not advisable. But or we can take few things as you suggest. Some quick reflection comments, something that stuck with you, which you'd like to take with you back, take home, they say. Yes.
Sometimes we hear Kṛṣṇa Das Babaji Maharaj was illiterate. He wrote this song. Maybe you can comment on that.
I would have to, I think that's true, he was illiterate. But I think I've also heard that by his Naam Sadhana, he could compose. We have to do little research through the book of Rup Vilas Prabhu, the two Babajis, that's the book. So, of course, even if it's illiterate, he can compose and then somebody can write. So that's a possibility. Yeah. Like Mirabai, of course, she was literate, but she would write her songs. She would just sing. And when she would sing, somebody would note down her friend Champal, like that. So that's a possibility. Does it help?
Yeah.
But we can research also, because sometimes it is also said in the lives of devotees when they take shelter of Krishna, consciousness of Krishna, even if they have not studied in a very deeper manner, just things fall into place. Just like it is said for Bhagavatam, Vidyavatam Bhagavate Pariksha. That in the Bhagavatam you do the test for the knowledgeable. And generally it is said that to understand Bhagavatam in a very intricate manner, if at all, see, our acharyas have given us in different languages, and for realization that is enough. But if somebody wants to go into Sanskrit, they say Siddhanta Kaumadi is needed. But I have seen saints who just by with Laghu Siddhanta Kaumadi, a little bit shorta version, they are able to make sense. And people are nonplussed. How? I mean, you would be needing a bigger platform of Sanskrit. How can you do? That's mercy. That's Bhagavatam's mercy. Right? So that can also happen. But I would like to check out that.
I've also heard that the illiterate meant that he didn't know Sanskrit very well. In that perspective.
Kṛṣṇa Das Babaji Maharaj? No, I think literate means he couldn't even sign his name. Like Hare Krishna? Yes. Thank you for very thoughtful questions, comments. More questions, thoughts, comments.
It's off.
Kothai go prema mai radhe radhe. Kothai go.
Is it correct to say that Purvrat happens every day?
Many times during the day. Just like waking up, Krishna. So Radharani is being called from Barsan and Yavat, wherever she is, to cook. So there's a Purva. See. And then she is cooking and Krishna is peeking. She is cooking, Krishna is peeping, right? So that's also development of Purva. And then finally they meet in the Yoga Peeth. Then it's separate. So like that. Many times during the day. Does that help you? In fact, actually, Vidhak Madhav and Lalit Madhav, there are episodes just talking about this Purva. And Ujjvala Neela Mani, from where, the 15th chapter, we have drawn these concepts. Rupa Goswami quotes Vidat Madhav also. So, Yatha Lalita Madhave, like that. Thank you. Good. More questions, thoughts, comments, reflections? Yes.
Hare Krishna. So you mentioned about this divine peekaboo effect when you were talking about Purvarag. Something stuck with me, and my question is like, is it possible to cultivate this intent or feeling while looking at the deity or while hearing the name when we utter? And if so, is there a practical suggestion? How can maybe a lot of it would be mercy with a lot of devotees, but if one would like to cultivate that lack of object permanence, that whenever I see it again or whenever I hear it again, I am as excited and grateful. Anything
Very nicely articulated. Yes, it is possible. Of course, things depend on mercy. We are Thandanpal without mercy. But we can do something. Like we see devotees worshipping their deities well. You see, Indradyumna Swami Maharaj, you see the way meticulous deity worship. Just by seeing that, you feel, wow, the attraction develops. Or reading about deity worship. Or, I mean, even if you just read Lalit Madhav, in Lalit Madhav there is a place called Nav Vrindavan. That's in Dwarka. We'll come to that in the next session. In Nav Vrindavan, Satyabhama, who is none other than Radharani, is residing, has come there, and they create a deity of Krishna so that she feels Krishna is around. So even by hearing those descriptions, we feel, oh, deity worship is so powerful. So, by hearing and reading about Mahatmya, importance, by seeing others doing it, Abhideya, and by seeing how people have perfected their life, gotten the prayojan using that deity worship. Okay? So, Rupa Goswami, deity appeared to him. Correct? Who? Govindev. In fact, why go far? Go to Houston. I think the deity came in the dream of Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. And he got him carved. And that's why you see Houston's Neela Madhav. Oh, his face is huge. In fact, the hand of Radharani was also different. And then they did something. So, even now, here, so that generates. That's about deity worship. We can apply this Sambandha, Prayojan, Abhideya for Harinam. Those, by understanding the Mahatmya about Harinam, triangulating it, reading about it, understanding from different angle, looking at those who have embraced it as an important Abhideya and how they are carrying their lives. Look at our Acharyas, right? Jananivas Prabhu would say, think about it. Prabhupada had a bead bag in his hand and he walked over the globe 12 times. And as he walked, one temple. Then he walked, another temple. He walked, another temple. And then Prayojan, one saint left his body in Vrindavan, there was a picture circulated, his hands were like this. Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, we saw that video in the dream. So that person was so attracted to holiness. Like that. Does it help you? Yeah. Thank you. More thoughts, questions, comments? Yes. Mithila Dham Ki Jai.
So Prabhuji, Love Kush sang those glories of Lord Sri Ram in a song format. You talked about those two twins.
Snigdha Kantha and Mugdha Kantha. There are songs. Shall we sing next time? Pahi Chiram Braj Raj Kumara, Pahi Chiram Braj Raj Kumara. Oh, Braj Raj Kumar, Pahi, protect us. So this, Jiva Goswami is so brilliant. He has written these beautiful Sanskrit songs. And they are very short. Some of the Sanskrit songs, which these Mugdha Kantha, Snigdha Kantha, I think they are describing that when Krishna was born, the gopis are singing these songs. Correct? So they are doing Hum Katha Sunat, then they Pahi Chiram. So maybe we'll sing that. Some of them. Okay? Thank you. And if you are interested, you can go to YouTube, type Bhanuswami Gopal Champu songs. So when Sri Bhanuswami Maharaj translated Gopal Champu, he is in Chennai. Anybody from Chennai here? Quite musical place. 1 month, there are only concerts. So I think some of the devotees there they rendered 8, there are many songs in Gopal Champu, but 8 such songs in nice musical rendition. So that will be also wonderful for our meditation, so you can try that out. Okay, thank you for wonderful question. More thoughts? Prashadam ki jai. Shall we? Hosts want to say something? Vidak Madhav Prabhu, Mataji, and if Aprame Krishna wants to say something, you can share.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you for your association in third consecutive year. So happy to have your association and talking on this wonderful topic, deep topic on union and separation. I'm looking forward for.
Well, I was in Pururag earlier from Portland. P for Portland, P for Pururag. Thank you.
I would like to thank many devotees for making this happen this afternoon. Prabhu wants to talk about the book and the beginning program.
Do you have to? Yesterday only ho gaya, right? So,
We have Prabhuji's book, I think we talked about it yesterday. If anybody wants to get a copy, please feel free.
or even inquire what's there in the book, and I can
You can share.
Well, one of the story I already shared, 1545, how Raghunath Das Goswami. The book is dedicated to the 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan. It has research about the Goswamis of Vrindavan and also some of the things which we generally do not know, like how they were interacting with the Mughals, Raja Man Singh, and there were other people like Raja Todarmal, Akbar's Navratna. So that's the historical backdrop, and inside the historical backdrop, there are some fictitious characters like you and me. They go through their own journey. Some of them meet Jiva Goswami, who gets initiated by Jiva Goswami, and the philosophy is through Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. So everywhere we'll see quotations from Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu also. So maybe you want to have this chutney with your whatever Medu Vada, and I don't know, that's there in the, I'm just guessing. If it helps you, enthuses you, or maybe you can even share it with those who are who may not be inclined to directly read a historical book, directly a historical book, or directly Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. They want to get everything in one go. Maybe they'll find it useful. Hare Krishna, thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srila Rupa Goswami Pad ki jai. Jai Jai Shri Radhe Shyam. ISKCON Portland Yatra ki jai.
So, separation, this is Radha Ramaji.